All right, welcome. Welcome to week 4, everyone, in the CS Institute and Charlottesville City Schools. We're really excited for the very last week. And for week 4, what the activities are largely around you going out and finding a new lesson that you want to explore yourself, do yourself as a student, and then share it with the CS community. So to do that, instead of all of us talking and sharing videos, we wanted to reach out to people in the CS Institute and Charlottesville City Schools to talk about what they've done or what they will do and what they're excited about. So luckily we've got Chase here with us, Chase Rohan. And Chase, if you don't mind introducing yourself and talking about what you've done or what you're going to do and what you're excited about.
Absolutely. So, thanks for having me. Like she said, I'm Chase Rohan, and I'm the STEM specialist for the Central Virginia Boys and Girls Clubs. So we have, 3 locations here in town, and then we have Madison, Orange, and Scottsville. And so I go to all 6 locations, and I oversee the whole STEM program. And this is my 3rd year doing the CS Institute. So each year it's been fun and engaging and awesome, and so much to take away. And some of the things I've done in the past are, I've used different equipment, so Ozobots, Makey's, Lego Mindstorms, and have started a couple robotics clubs at some of the different locations, and have had groups come into the club and do various workshops, whether it's just a day long or they've come back for multiple weeks, which is pretty awesome. And then some of the different websites I've used, like code.org courses, which is really popular, especially with like Hour of Code, Code Combat. So, that's more of like a, adventure style, like get different characters and they're like, they're traveling and they have to like, find the diamonds and you have to, code their path. So the kids really like that. And using some of our Boys and Girls Club resources like myfuture.net, which has a wide variety of modules on there from leadership to staying safe on the internet. And there's some few coding modules on there as well. So like app development, Hour of Code, and a few others. So it's been, been a range of things, but always looking to, increase my resources. And, since I'm also in charge of like training staff when it comes to STEM, always looking for other resources to hand down to them to make it easier to kind of bring down that wall when it comes to STEM and especially computer science. And so some of the things I'm looking to, hopefully bring this upcoming year, even though it's, uncertain what's going to happen, but remaining flexible. If we are in person, then I would like to do, pair programming, not necessarily have them next to each other, but, they can sit opposite of each other, make sure we have enough devices. And so we can still do that. And it can also work virtually as well. Especially like with Zoom, we can do breakout rooms and such. And so that's one way to, go about doing that. Something I would like to do with the staff, maybe at some of our trainings, because those will be in person, some of them will, is doing the microaggressions. I think that would be a good icebreaker / training to just, kind of talk about, some of your biases and, just things you may not think about when you're talking to other staff or talking to the kids and, trying to help guide them down, or help them pick a certain path that they might want to go down. And so you want to make sure that they're, you're not creating problems. You want to make sure you, get rid of them. So that's, one thing I want to do with the staff. And then a couple other resources, I definitely want to dive more into the literature, since it's looking like schools will focus more on elementary students, which means we'll have more elementary students in the club versus, teens. And so definitely want to dive into the literature. We have a summer reading program. And so I want to do some, computer science lessons, that run parallel with the, with the reading program. I think that would be awesome. And then hearing all the hype about the Summer Spark challenges, I definitely want to, introduce that to some of the kids that I have. I already introduced, I think, one of those concepts to a couple of the teens. So I'm hoping they jump on that. I think that'd be pretty cool. And actually Kim mentioned doing Bitsbox. I think that's pretty awesome. That can do with like some of like the third and fourth graders, introduce them to app development, and then still looking at a couple others, and hopefully collab with some of the local teachers here as well, and especially since some of their kids will go to the Boys and Girls Club, so it'll be awesome to kind of work hand in hand with each other. So yeah, pretty excited for the upcoming year, even though we don't know what it's going to look like yet, but still excited.
Great. Thanks so much, Chase. I can't wait to hear about what you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jenny.
So really happy to have Juanita here with us. And Juanita, if you don't mind introducing yourself and then telling the group a little bit about what you've noticed and what you're excited about for the next year.
Okay. Hi, my name is Juanita Eddy. I am a second grade teacher at Clark. In my past life as an educator, I have taught in Stafford County and also Albemarle County, and also was an administrator. I was an assistant principal at Clark and also at Berlin Moran. So I have quite a few lenses that I have looked through, but this course has really kind of awakened some things, and I love learning. That's why I still do what I do, because I just love learning and have a passion for it. I want to fine tune my instruction when it comes to students. One of the big things that I'm really looking at as I'm looking at incorporating computer science and some of the strategies and teaching the curriculum is how it really just dovetails nicely with the learning environment that I want to have. I want to have an inviting, accepting, loving, caring environment where everyone is a leader, everyone has potential, and everyone's getting support and the resources they need to move to the next level. I want my kids to see themselves as capable to do everything, and not to compare themselves with others. And that last statement about not comparing themselves to others is crucial. I've had some aha moments about some of the things that I've utilized in the past of comparing kids, not intentionally doing that. This group over here has completed A, B, and C, and that could send a message to kids. I haven't measured up. And for some kids, they might show it by what they say or do, and other kids, it might just be something that subconsciously they take in. And I never want a kid to feel less than. So I've had quite a few ahas. Never did I intend to have a kid feel as if they were not capable or able or doing well. So it's little things like that that really have impacted me in a big way when I look at the culture. So looking at how I select students to do things, one of the videos that Luther did yesterday had me really rethink of how much I control so much in a classroom, and I really don't want that. I really want to be more of a facilitator. So when it comes to kids selecting who will be in charge, I want them to all feel empowered and see themselves as leaders and understand that leaders don't have to have all the answers. That's the fun part, is that you learn. And I've always wanted kids to do trial and error and to feel freed up to explore, and it's okay if you don't get the answer. I've said it so many times. I'm really concerned, or not concerned, but I'm excited about your process and your thinking, and what you get as a product. We'll look at it, but ultimately I want them to be able to reflect. So the CS strategies of having them reflect and talk with a buddy, and to try something and to try it again and to debug and try to figure out why didn't it do what I wanted it to do, instead of me coming and saying this is not correct, which I would do because I often feel pressed for time. I'm going to have to work extra hard to not come in judgmental or to give information that's going to hinder them wanting to explore. Just opening up and asking more facilitating questions of, why do you think it happened that way? And what were the steps? And why did you make those decisions to include those steps? And what could you do differently? And when I ask what could you do differently, it's not because they haven't done the right thing. I'm excited when they try, and I want to always encourage kids to put forth their best effort. And I want them to feel empowered. So many of the strategies just overlap with what I already believe in, but this course has really helped me focus on my part in making it happen and really making sure that I stay reflective. I show and model for the kids trial and error, and I can share with them and say, I've learned some things. Be it socially, I've learned something, or it could be about computer science. But I want to learn along with them. I don't want to just be the one dispensing the information. And I'm excited about what I can do with the kids with computer science, where they are the leaders and I'm just a facilitator. And that's going to be awesome to kind of see it all come and work out.
Well, thank you. We are so excited that we have such rock star teachers with us. So thank you so much, Juanita.
My pleasure.